Now, you mentioned hating to lose. For as much as this guy has a reputation to a certain extent of not being the best role model or character guy on the court, an assassin, only second to Michael Jordan in certain people's minds in regards to being just, again, an assassin on the floor, hating to lose, being motivated and just driven to win. And that's Kobe Bryant. And I think since he's announced his retirement, he's somehow just played a lot better basketball. Again, I haven't seen it because I've not been watching, but I've seen the comments and in the highlights. I think he scored 31 points last night or the night before. So Kobe Bryant fading off into the sunset, but not necessarily fading fast. Maybe he's got something left to prove.
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up my whole life watching Kobe. I don't know basketball without Kobe.
I have too, my whole life watching Kobe Bryant since, I was a toddler.
Yeah, no, for me it was when I was a kid and first got braces, the first colors I picked out were purple and yellow, all because of Kobe Bryant. And, I was a sports fan when I was little, and I like sports, but again, I didn't have a basketball team that I really followed. I guess I could say maybe I was a little bit of a Lakers fan for a bit. But I loved Kobe Bryant. I thought he was a great guy. To hear he's retiring, am I surprised? No. Maybe he knows inside that he doesn't want to do it anymore. Maybe he's got something else lined up. Maybe, I don't know. What I think is really interesting is when he decided to announce his retirement, it was kind of just like, oh, hey, guys, I want to be in the news, so I'm going to announce my retirement, which a lot of athletes have done. But I can say that when he was in Philly this week, which is who the Sixers actually beat for their first and only win of the season, Philly claims Kobe as theirs because he's from Lower Merion, and Kobe doesn't quite claim Philly as his. But yet he posted himself wearing an Eagles shirt. He posted getting a cheesesteak while he was here. All that kind of Philadelphia stuff. So I thought that was really interesting, and that's kind of been the talk around here all week. So at the game, of course, when he was announced, he got standing ovation. People were screaming, Kobe, Kobe, nonstop. It gave you goosebumps. You could even watch it online. It will still give you goosebumps. And I thought that was really cool for them to honor a guy who's never even played there and to get that type of reaction. So that was really, really neat. And then they also did a video called Dear Kobe, and it was kind of like a poem about how he was their kid, and they showed Lower Merion highlights, and that he took his career to, the highest level, and that they knew from day one that he was something special, and Philly owned something special, and now he gets to come back to those roots. I don't think Kobe Bryant will come back here, but, just that they knew that he was the talent and this and that, and I guess they're always welcoming him back home. So that was really cool to see. Even as a sports fan, it definitely gives you chills. And then something else that I thought was really, really cool, someone took a video of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and it was basically similar plays that they did, and they kind of put them together where it would be like Kobe turning and then Jordan. And it's really, really neat video. I did post it on my Twitter if you want to check that out. But I just think, every guy has their day, and Kobe's been in the league for 20 years, so that's quite some time and quite a resume to have. So maybe it's time for him. Am I upset? Yes. Am I mad? No. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, Kobe's had quite a few days, and he's been a great, great player. Maybe the greatest or the second greatest pure scorer in NBA history. And I'll stop right there because I in no way fashion myself as NBA analyst or historian, but I used to watch a lot of NBA at one point in my life, but not recently. But he's definitely in that. It's impossible for me to rank, but, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Kareem, Michael, all those guys, Michael most notably being on top, LeBron's in that conversation now. He's definitely one of the 10 greatest players of all time. And championships, and played in the clutch, and even proved after Shaq left, when a lot of people thought, okay, Kobe needs Shaq, then he won without Shaq. And I do think it's cool what you mentioned what Philadelphia did, because they've got the that connection. We're going to see all the farewell tour items, the rocking chairs, the cars, whatever he's going to get from these different franchises, but Philly's got that connection with him that nobody else has. And so that's kind of cool that they kind of started the farewell tour, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they started. He said he doesn't want it, but I think when you put your retirement out there, like he did with the poem, you're kind of asking for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but when you put something out there like that, I think it's kind of like, hey, this is my last chance. Actually, tickets to go see the 76ers that night were, I mean, Sixers tickets, I think the cheapest tickets were $11 or something. The night Kobe was in town, the cheapest ticket you could buy right before it was like 6:30 was $84, which I didn't think was terrible, but the fact that it went from about $11 to $12 to $84 just because Kobe will be there was a pretty big thing. So hats off to Kobe on an excellent career. He's been through some trouble himself, but he still kind of kept his name, and he kept his, he kept proving himself on the court, even a little bit off the court too, trying to do things. So I think he's a great guy, forever one of the best basketball players, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Macy, I'm sure you've noticed this. You were talking about the video you came across where it's Kobe, it's Michael making similar moves, and they kind of dwarf the video. If you notice, and you probably know this better than me, that if you watch old Michael in news conferences and talking and the way he talked and just his mannerisms, Kobe Bryant has kind of copied that in a lot of ways. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And, going back to Okafor, maybe that's something that he needs to look at. Maybe Kobe kind of saw what MJ did, and maybe you need to find, like you said, a role model. So maybe Okafor, tying in all of our conversations here, needs to look at Steph Curry and say, that's who I need to be like. Because I think Steph Curry is going to end up in that elite group with the rest of them that we've already mentioned so far. So maybe that's the best bet right now for Okafor.
Now that's some broadcasting skill right there, tying in the 3 storylines into one little neat package to conclude it. That's beautifully done, Macy. Nicely done.